What is the one thing that you are doing to emerge stronger from the slowdown?
So what we are doing to emerge stronger from this slowdown is really focus on what the customer requires. In our case, it is the end consumer and the small merchant. So the idea is that if we can focus on them, make them successful, and keep our focus on what they require, I'm sure we will kind of sail through this phase in India.
Have there been any changes in the way you do business?
No, I don't think we have changed anything. We were always thinking like a startup. It's coming very handy as we execute like a startup. So one thing what we always look for is how do you do more with less. So it's not just PayPal. The Indian ethos tells you that you maximize resources, and doing more with less is what our mantra is right now.
How do you see the digital payment system evolving in India?
How do we see this evolving in India? I must say that this is really not evolutionary, revolutionary. Simply the government has put a lot of support behind it in terms of policies. You have got probably the best payments infrastructure in the form of UPI and RuPay. And what we are actually doing is not evolving but leapfrogging with this technology. It's almost that we are showing the world how retail payment should be architected and evolved. So we are in a good space. I would just add here that what's happening is while India is showing the way, there is a huge opportunity for all the players because 90% of the economy is cash and it's only 10 to 12% which is digital. So our common enemy is not competition and others, but it is actually cash. So if we can attack cash and move it to digital and help people use digital payments, it will be wonderful.
What is the unique edge that PayPal brings to the table?
What PayPal brings to the table is again the focus on consumers and merchants, and within that is how do you give them a buyer protection and a seller protection for these two constituents, where they are very comfortable saying that I'll use these payments, PayPal has my back if things go wrong in terms of fraud or any redressal mechanism or any complaints that they may have. So the idea here is that if you focus on making sure that it's convenience with security and earn its trust, and then that becomes a differentiator for you over a long period of time.
What is the reason behind making India one of your global innovation hubs?
We came here for cost many years back, but what is making us stay back here is for quality. India is not just a market for PayPal, it's now become a strategic center of excellence for our global success. So what India is delivering to our global success is tremendous. What we are only not looking at India is doing work for India, but we are looking at how can we take business models that we have tuned in India and export it to the world.
What is the next big disruption that you expect to see in the payment space?
Disruption, one area which could actually come out, take India for example, right? Smartphones are proliferating, feature phones are also there. We feel that voice-based payments could be an area where we could see some disruption because then it breaks the barriers. People with all languages in India can actually maybe just talk and get their payment authenticated and maybe probably completed, right? So instead of clicking a button, you can say send a payment, right? So that could be one area. Second area, globally, we see that blockchain and crypto as a technology could actually transform the way digital currencies and digital payments operate.